Hello everyone. In this video, we're gonna continue what we left in previous lecture or tutorial. So in today's lecture, first we're gonna open the ETABs and open our file. So here our file is open. So in previous chapter we discussed that we will design the building as per the equivalent static method. So here in the code I wanna discuss something. So for the design of the equivalent static method or where it is applicable, first the height of the structure should be less than or equal to 15 meter. In our case it is 8 point, I think it's roughly 534. Let me check here. Yeah, it's 8.534 meters, so it's less than 15 meter. And the natural time period of the structure is also less than 0.5 second. Here you can see the time period for the structure is 0.468, which is less than 0.5 second. And also the building is not categorized as irregular and height is less than 40 meter. So that's why we opted for the equivalent static method. So now let's design a load. Let's go for the load combination. So click on this define, go to the load combinations. In the load combination dialog box, we're gonna create some combination. So we click on add new combination. The first combination will be 1.2 dead load plus 1.5 live load. So here the factor of dead load is 1.2. So in dead load there are many types such as wall load, which fall under the dead load. So the factor is 1.2. Partition wall, same 1.2. I will hit the add button. For the floor finish, the type is also dead load and the factor is 1.2. Then there is stress dead, that is also 1.2 scale factor and falls under dead load category. Now we're gonna go with live load, and for live load the scale factor is 1.5, and for the stress live also the scale factor is 1.5, and water tank which also fall under live load of scale factor 1.5. That is this one, 1.5 live load. So click on OK, and our combination is generated here. So I'm going to copy this one. I'm going to go with dead load plus live load. That will be for foundation reaction. So here change all the scale factor to 1. Floor finish 1, step this 1, live load 1, step live 1, water tank 1. So click on OK. So our next combination is also generated. So now as per the NBC code, we need to define earthquake load. So just check the NBC code for the load combination. So here we have defined this one, 1.2 dead load plus 1.5 load live load. So now we have to define this one, dead load plus lambda live load plus minus earthquake load. So let's go for it. This will define this under the ultimate limit state. So now let's copy this one and change the load combination name to dead load plus lambda. I'm gonna denote it with y, live load plus earthquake load in the direction x. So for this you can see dead load is the factor of 1, wall load 1, partition wall 1, floor finish 1, state date 1, live load. Here you have the constant lambda. So here you can see the value of lambda 0.6 for storage facilities and 0.3 for the other uses. So here we're going to go with 0.3, that is for other usage, and for the state life 0.6. In water tank we will not consider this, so let's change to EQX, this one. The factor will be 1. So save. Okay, so our one load is for the earthquake is generated for the X direction. Now we're gonna copy this same and go in the direction Y. So everything is same, just change this one, EQX Y. Okay, so if you look into the NBC code, the value of earthquake will be plus minus. So we have defined for the plus under the ultimate limit state in the direction X and Y. For now we gonna go with -1. So positive is already defined, so let's copy this one. The value will be minus -1. Okay, I'm gonna copy this one, change the plus sign to the negative, change this scale factor to negative. Okay, okay. So here we have defined the load combination. So now let's go with the mass source data. So I'm gonna go on the define tab and select the mass source. So I'm not going to create a new mass source, I'm just copying and modify this one. So for the name will be this one, MS SRC1. I'm gonna untick this one, element self mass, and click this one, specify load pattern. So here we have to again specify the load pattern. For the date it's 1, so click on add. For the live it's, so here we're gonna look into the code. So for the live we're gonna go as per the NBC code table 5.1, we're gonna put the value 0.3 and for the wall load, you know it's a dead load, so the multiplier will be 1, partition wall 1, floor finish 1, state date 1, state live. Since this is a live load, so for the other purpose I'm gonna select 0.3 and for the water tank I'm gonna put mass multiplier 0.6 add. So now click on OK. So here, if you have clearly looked into the video, then still live in the load combination I have put the factor 0.6, so we have to correct that. Click on OK and OK. So again go to the define in the load combination, let's modify this value, this should be 0.3. So here we have learned how to create a load combination and how to assign the masters. So in the next video we're gonna learn about how to draw beam, column and slab. Thank you for today.